Hi guys, and welcome to the show. You join me here on an absolutely gorgeous day here in New York, which I have to admit is a welcomed change from that ghastly blizzard we had not too long ago. You guys know I like the rain, I like winter because you get to dress a little bit more civilized compared to the never-ending infinite amount of Lacoste shirts in the warmer seasons. Despite my preference, I am starting to yearn for a warmer climate. I guess, yeah, it always happens this time of year. So yeah, welcome to change. Hopefully spring is around the corner. Anyway, I don't know why I'm giving a weather report. Let's get back to watches. And I'll start with a wristwatch check. Yes, I'm wearing the Navi timer. Over 2 years I've kept this watch, which for me, I know I do flip a lot of my watches. Bit of a serial flipper. But yeah, I'm a Navi timer guy. It's possibly my top 5, maybe even my top 3 favorite watches of all time. Although, yeah, that's a big, bold statement. Good concept for a video though. Maybe we'll come back to that. But yeah, Navi timer today. So, what are we discussing? Bit of a SKX horror story. And yes, I'm selling my SKX007, my modded SKX007. Before you guys get all livid, light those the torches and storm Gentry HQ waving pitchforks, let me explain. I think the unboxing will actually explain why I'm selling my SKX. Yeah, anyway, before we get into that, a quick shout out to some of you who recommended this after the Wired review, the watch inspired by the Metal Gear Solid game. I actually got this for my 3DS. If you've seen my video on chess, you know that I'm a bit of I prefer the handhelds, more into strategy, but I am having fun sneaking around the jungle Solid Gear style. So yeah, I haven't played Solid Gear for absolutely donkeys, so I'm really enjoying this. So guys, thank you to the Gentry who recommended this. Very cool indeed. Anyway, and if you missed that video and why I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid, yeah, have a look back. It will make sense. Let's get on with the unboxing, then we'll come back and I'll discuss my SKX horror story and why I'm moving on from my beloved 007, the Black Panther. Sad, but it will make sense. So let's change perspectives and have a closer look. So here we are. The moment has finally arrived. Oh God, I'm so excited. I cannot contain my excitement about this piece. It's undeniable. I should do a secondary wristwatch check because, being the ginormous watch slut that I am, I've probably changed watches several times since shooting the intro. But yeah, dear old the Fleming is back on my wrist for the unboxing. And I'll do a knife check. I'm using the Benchmade. Yes, I've said it correctly. For some reason, I love to call this the Benchmark, but it is the Benchmade, yes. So I'm using dear old Benchy. Oh God, I've done it again with the Y's. So let's make the first incision, cutting away from oneself, and get on with the unboxing. Oh yes, yes. Just move that to one side. Yeah, we have the official watchmaker4. I love these cases that Jeff puts in. I'm gonna start collecting these. I think. Oh, I'm so excited! All right, let's undo the little things. Oh, these are the best watch cases. I love Jeff's attention to detail. So, drum roll, please. Extra long one today. And we got a little velvet pouch. Oh, and I can feel it. He's included oh yes, and you can see by the PVD hardware, that's a little bit of a clue as to must be from Toxic NATO's. Fair enough. And yes, another loom charger. Fantastic. So I'll use that in a moment. Love the velvet pouch. Let's have a look. Oh, da, 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 da. Oh, look at that. And it's going already just from the movement. And you can see this is an SKX013. And as you can see by that beautiful blue hue there, it has a double domed sapphire glass added. And it has the anti-reflective coating. And you can just see that curvature there. Beautiful. Oh, look at the Cerakote. This is why you go to a pro. It's very difficult to do this, and look at how evenly it's coated beautifully. Absolutely stunning. So Cerakote, or Cerakoting, I should say, is what they use on guns. It's actually an American invention, and it's on the bezel. Oh, it's just done exquisitely well. Look at that. So it's in the middle of a date change, unfortunately. Now, this is a bit of a hybrid. This is the next... Actually, let me just go and grab my other SKX. Hold on a moment. I'll be right back.
Moments later. More moments later.
Right, here we go. So this is my... this is the Hunter Pro mod that I had Jeff previously do. So there you go. There it is. So this is the 007. And then we got the 013, so you can see the size difference there. And look at the way the blue, oh, it's stunning. So I've gone smaller, and I basically didn't want too much changed. I just wanted, obviously, the Cerakoting. I kept the original hands. I love that seconds hand you get with the 003. Although the hands on my previously modded version are changed the Mercedes hands, but you don't get that white arrow tip, so I decided to keep it. I didn't want to go for the Mercedes hands this time around. So it's a much smaller case. I think it's about 36 or thereabouts, 36 millimeters, same height, because we to house that movement. Although I've had the movement upgraded, you'll see as I unscrew the screw down crown. So let's just unscrew it. Now I'm going to pull it out all the way and change it, because it's in the middle of a date change. Obviously, I don't want to muck that procedure up. So there we go. So inside, I've gone this time for the NE15 Premium. This is basically a non-Seiko branded 6R15, and it's made by Seiko for independent watchmakers. So you'll see it in a lot of modded Seikos. It's fantastic movement, 24 joules, automatic, bidirectional winding. It operates at 21,600 vibrations an hour. We've got a nice 50-hour power reserve, so nice and substantial. But the main thing is, if I pull it out all the way, you'll see it's hackable. So finally, an SKX that's hackable. Oh my god, I think I'm reaching watch nirvana here. And if I go all the way in, we got manual wind. Oh my god, a manual wind SKX. This feels a little bit wrong, but so right at the same time. God, this is fantastic. So it's actually partly decorated as well. We have Geneva stripes on the rotor, and typically much more accurate than your standard 7S26. The modding doesn't stop there. On the back, I decided to keep the Hokusai wave. Hokusai, I do apologize. It's so integral to the SKX design, I had to keep it. But he's done it in a beautiful sand-blasted finish that is just, oh, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't stop there. Let me just, if I pull this thing out, it's very difficult to open with gloves, but let's hope this works. Does it work? Yeah, it does. So if I charge it up, we've got another little surprise coming, and I've actually gone for, let's see if it, some of the lume's already working. Not sure how well this is going to show up, but I'll try my best. We've got, oh, look at that, we got a lume bezel. Oh, it's, to me, this is the ultimate SKX now. You know, the full works. New movement, loomed bezel. Well, when I mean new movement, I mean, you know, the best movement you can find or put in
at this level of SKX. Sorry, I just got to do another shot of the loom because I'm just, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Jeff, un altro capolavoro. You are an absolute master. So I think the bezel, yeah, it's the same action. Let's just make sure it lines up correctly. Everything lines up beautifully. In the 013, there's a little notch there where the date is. Do you see that? Because obviously everything's made smaller, so the date is different position. Oh, it's sapphire. I don't have to worry about it. Let's bang it on this NATO strap. See how it goes. So there we go. Oh, look at that. For my tiny little 6 1/4 inch wrist, it is perfect. It is perfect. So yeah, I'm not going to review it because all the things that I had, an issue with the SKX, and you can't blame it because, it's a budget entry-level diver, but it's perfected. All the things that, I didn't like it about the SKX, I've made better, and it just fits me like a glove. I love it. I'm over the ruddy moon. I really am. Thank you so much, Jeff. You've done another marvelous job. And I think, sadly, now I've got my upgraded version. I'm going to be selling this one. So do email me if you are interested, although it's probably be sold by the time this video is out. But yeah, really, really happy with that. I'll leave a link to Jeff down below if you're interested in hiring him to have your own. And that's the beautiful thing. You can make it to your exact specifications. And this, to me, is the perfect dive watch. I wouldn't change a thing, so there's no point of reviewing it. I'll do an update in a couple of months or something, but yeah, really over the moon with that. Anyway, let's take it back to the studio.
So here it is, my little darling 013, the mini Black Panther, I guess, or the mini Panther. Yeah, the mini Panther, is that a good name? Suggestion, if you have any cool suggestions what I should name this watch, please do share in the comments. But yeah, I'm very happy. I think it's the logical progression now. And I did sell my 50 Fathoms mod, and if you missed the video on that, that really got me to understand the components, what I wanted to add to this one. It's a bit of a, well, I should rewind all the way back to about 2 years ago when I purchased the SKX013, the J version from England. So what happened was I purchased this SKX, I thought it was a J, slightly modded, and a few months in, it stopped working. I was gonna fix it, I put it on the back burner, then I saw Jeff's Hunter Pro mod, I pulled the trigger, I fell in love. I had to have it with the Cerakoting and all the rest of it. I had to have it, and I never looked back. But I was always yearning for that smaller size, you guys know me, my preference, despite wearing this giant thing. But this is an aviation watch, this is supposed to be big. Actually, divers are supposed to be big too, but anyway, yeah, I'm digressing. Let's stick to the subject. I forgot about fixing my SKX, and then I thought, after my 50 Fathoms, I was so enjoying the loomed bezel and the sapphire, I thought, why didn't I do that with my SKX? So I sent in the SKX that I purchased that was no longer functioning. There was something wrong with, it wasn't ratcheting properly, there was something wrong with the ratcheting wheel. It would have required me to disassemble the entire movement. This is skills far beyond my capabilities. I know I've spoken about being hesitant about modding yourself. It's a great way to learn. It's wonderful. Definitely go for it. However, it requires a lot of skill to do it well. And in Jeff's case, with the pressure testing equipment that costs thousands to make sure it can actually withstand 200 meters water, it's still ISO, within ISO certification. I want to make sure it can still withstand 200 meters like it says on the dial, because obviously after modding things can change. Jeff has that equipment. He not only regulates it, he tests it to all different positions. This is forming within cask, and also sourcing the parts and the Cerakoting. You have to be well connected and have the resources. When I sent him in my 013J, first of all, I'd never seen 013J, and neither had Jeff. It turned out to be a kind of Franken watch. It wasn't actually genuine. Now, it's a little bit tricky because it is a modded watch, so technically it is a Franken watch, although, you know, it's... However, the movement was fake. It wasn't actually a real Seiko movement. And I was kind of shocked and a little bit annoyed, and because I had, you know, it's been sitting in a drawer, I'd forgotten about it. It's not like I can go back to the guy I bought it from. So guys, do beware of Seiko SKX, especially 013s from the United Kingdom. They are not genuine Seikos. They have Seiko parts, but they're mostly more fake than anything else. So I was really disappointed about that, and there's nothing I could do because obviously it's so much time had passed. It's not like I could open a case on eBay and, you know, etc. So it was a logical step to put a new movement. I had to buy a brand new SKX 013 to make sure all the parts were genuine, really go to town on it, and everything I had learnt from my experience with the 50 Fathoms and my Hunter Pro mod, this is kind of the end result. So yeah, it is my fourth modded Seiko, but I think we've got there in the end. It's absolutely perfection. It is perfection. I'm not going to review it because I've gone over SKXs a million times. However, I will do a 6-month, possibly, yeah, I'll do a 6-month update. I didn't intend on selling my 007. I love it to bits, but, you know, there's no point of having two very, very similar watches, even despite the dramatic difference in size. So I'm over the moon. Thank you, Jeff, for your sterling work. And this is why you hire a professional, you know, because his knowledge, his insight, and I honestly, I could not tell. It looked like the genuine movement. I've seen so many Seiko movements now because I did open it up before I sent it off to Jeff, and you know, when it stopped working, I thought perhaps there was something simple I could fix, but it required a complete disassembly. And looking at it, comparing its picture, it looked like the real thing. So anyway, big lesson has been learnt here. So yeah, I guess that's the moral of the story. You can even get a fake SKX. So guys, do be careful. Yes, it's not the cheapest thing to do, modding. If you want kind of an idea of how much something like this costs, have a look back at my 55 Fathoms modding video where I break down all the costs, all the different components, all the different procedures. But it is worth it because Jeff's work is meticulous. His attention to detail, his professionalism, compared to these cowboys that I bought my previous watch, it was sloppy. There was gunk on one of the hands, and it was overpriced. Watchmaker4, Jeff, who did this one, he's based in the United States. I'll leave all the details. Get an experienced perfectionist, you know, somebody that really cares and stands by their work, because that's what it's all about. So I'm going to leave it there. Talking of Seiko, I still have yet to review the SBDC051, the 62 mass. It's not a reissue really, it's like a modern reinterpretation, I think is the best way to describe. So stay tuned for that. I do apologize, I'm running a bit late. I am actually very, very tired, if you can tell. I've been editing video outside of the channel now, professionally, so which has taken up a hell of a lot of time. However, it keeps the channel going, and it allows me to buy wonderful things like this. So yeah, it is worth it. It is my tiredness is worth it. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know your thoughts, queries, comments, opinions, all the rest of it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and found it useful. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Okay, ciao.